What if I told you the real reason your strength and intimacy fade after 60 isn't age at all? It's a silent shutdown happening inside your blood vessels right now. Every single day, millions of American men wake up weaker, more tired, more disconnected, not realizing the very highways of their circulation are closing down strand by strand, thinner than a human hair. And maybe you felt it too, dragging yourself out of bed in the morning, noticing your energy doesn't last the way it used to, or feeling that quiet frustration when your body doesn't respond. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. I want you to know it's not your fault, and more importantly, it doesn't have to stay this way. Ignore this, and you don't just lose confidence. You risk your heart, your energy, even your independence. But here's the truth. No one ever told you this decline is not permanent. It can be reversed. And you won't need prescriptions, expensive treatments, or endless doctor visits. Just one tiny spice smaller than your fingernail used in a 60-second ritual can reopen those vessels. I'm Dr. Edward Blake, and today I'll show you how this overlooked natural remedy has reignited vitality for thousands of men across the country. 1 minute, one spice, one decision to take your strength back. Let's begin. You might think weaker energy and fading performance after 60 is just part of aging, but that's a lie men have been sold for decades. The truth is far more shocking and far more reversible. Here's what really happens. The blood vessels that feed your manhood, your heart, and even your brain are the width of a human hair. Tiny, delicate highways carrying the very flow of life. Over the years, silent inflammation, stress, and poor circulation begin to clog them. Not overnight, but drip by drip, year by year, until one day you realize your body isn't responding the way it used to. I once spoke with a patient, Robert, a retired carpenter from Ohio. He told me, "Doc, I thought I was finished. I couldn't keep up, not with my work, not with my wife, not even with myself." He didn't know his vessels were slowly closing, leaving him weaker every single month. And here's the worst part. Millions of men across America are walking around with the same hidden condition, not realizing it's choking their confidence, their energy, and their intimacy. Science confirms it. Studies show that after age 60, the elasticity of small blood vessels can drop by as much as 40%. That means the very pipes that carry your circulation are literally hardening. And once that blood flow slows, your hormone balance follows. Stress rises, testosterone falls, and the downward spiral begins. Now pause for a second and think. Have you felt this creeping decline in your own life? Less stamina, less drive, mornings that feel heavier than they used to? If so, drop a comment below and tell me. I read every single one because your story matters. But listen carefully. Knowing this cause is powerful, but it's only the first step. Because just understanding why blood vessels close isn't enough to fix them. And here's where most men stop and stay stuck. But only if you keep watching, you'll discover the surprising natural trigger that reopens those tiny vessels, like turning on a switch. Because the truth is, just knowing this isn't enough. There's an even more dangerous factor at play, one that silently kills your hormones and drains your vitality. And that's what we're about to uncover next. And this is where most men give up. They think once the blood vessels harden, the game is over. But that's not true. Nature has already hidden the antidote, something smaller than your fingernail, yet powerful enough to light up your circulation in seconds. I'm talking about clove. Yes, the same tiny spice that's been sitting in kitchen cabinets for centuries. But don't let its size fool you. Warriors once chewed it before battle to sharpen their focus. Men used it before intimacy to awaken confidence. And now modern science has proven why it works. Inside every clove lies a compound called eugenol. Think of eugenol as a natural key. It unlocks and relaxes your blood vessels so blood can rush freely again. In fact, studies show eugenol can act as a vasodilator, helping vessels expand and restore flow to areas that matter most. And that's not all. Clove also contains beta-caryophyllene, a natural stress buster that lowers cortisol, the hormone that quietly destroys testosterone. Put them together and you have the perfect formula. Eugenol opens the gates, beta-caryophyllene calms the mind, and your body finally remembers how to perform. Let me give you a quick story. James, a 62-year-old truck driver from Texas, told me he used to slam energy drinks to stay awake, but nothing touched his fatigue or his fading drive. When he swapped those cans for a single clove ritual each night, he said, "Doc, it felt like flipping a switch. My sleep got deeper, my mornings lighter, and I started feeling like myself again." That's the kind of turnaround we're talking about. So here's the big picture. Clove isn't just a spice, it's a natural reset button, restoring blood flow and hormone balance at the same time. But only if you know how to use it correctly. And that's the part most men miss. Because chewing it the wrong way or at the wrong time can kill its power completely. And that's exactly why in the next section, I'll walk you through the 60-second ritual, the precise method that makes all the difference. But before we get there, let's make something clear. Knowing the spice is powerful, but if you don't know how to unlock it, you'll never see the results. Now this is the part you've been waiting for. Because just knowing clove is powerful doesn't mean much unless you know exactly how to unlock it. And the truth is, there's only one way that works. It's simple, it's natural, and it takes just 60 seconds. Here's how it goes. Take 2 or 3 whole cloves, not the powder, not the oil, just the dried flower bud. Place them gently between your teeth. Bite down until you feel the crack, but don't chew yet. For the first 30 seconds, just let the oil soak into your mouth. This is where the magic happens. Those active compounds, eugenol and beta-caryophyllin, start slipping straight through the soft tissue of your gums and into your bloodstream almost instantly. No pills, no waiting hours, no side effects. Just fast, direct absorption. After 30 seconds, begin to chew slowly. Release every drop of oil. You can swallow the remains or spit them out, it doesn't matter. By then, the compounds have already begun their work opening vessels, lowering stress and priming your body for recovery. And the beauty, you've just completed the ritual in under a minute. But timing matters. If you do this an hour before bed, you'll set the stage for deep sleep, the very window where testosterone is restored. Do it first thing in the morning, and you'll jumpstart your circulation, clear the fog, and feel sharper all day. Some men even chew it before exercise or intimacy. It's like priming the engine before you hit the ignition. Now picture this. You're in your kitchen 1 minute of your time, no prescriptions, no appointments, just a simple ritual you control. That's the kind of power men thought they lost forever. But here's the thing. The ritual itself is only the beginning. Because what really keeps men watching, what really makes the difference, is what happens after, how your body transforms in the next 7, 14, and 30 days. And that's where the real story unfolds. The real power of this ritual isn't just in the minute you spend chewing, it's in what begins to unfold over the days and weeks that follow. And here's the part that most men don't realize: you don't need to wait months or years to feel something change. In the first 7 days, the shifts are subtle but noticeable if you pay attention. Many men describe a gentle warmth in their chest, a lightness in their lower body, or simply waking up with a little more ease. Sleep begins to deepen. Mornings don't feel as heavy, and the fog starts to lift. It's not dramatic, but it's the foundation, like the first spark before a fire. By day 14, things accelerate. This is when men start telling me, "Doc, I feel different." Mental clarity sharpens. Stress feels less overwhelming. And here's what shocks: most morning energy begins to return. For some, that means spontaneous erections they thought were gone forever. For others, it's the confidence of standing taller, walking faster, or just feeling more alive in their own skin. And then comes day 30. This is where the deeper transformation locks in. Circulation feels strong, steady, reliable. Erections become firmer and more consistent. Sleep is restorative, stress no longer runs the show, and there's a calm sense of presence that carries through the day. It's not about chasing youth. It's about reclaiming the vitality that was always yours. Take Robert the carpenter from Ohio. Remember him? After 1 month of this ritual, he told me, "I feel like I got 10 years of my life back." That's the kind of change we're talking about. Not a quick fix, not a gimmick, but a lasting reset that grows stronger with time. But let's be clear, just doing the ritual alone isn't the full story. There are simple, powerful ways to multiply these effects, natural strategies you can stack on top of the clove ritual to push your results even further. And once you know them, you'll never look at your daily habits the same way again. Here's the truth. The 60-second clove ritual on its own is powerful. But if you want to multiply the results faster, sleep, recovery, stronger circulation, more stable testosterone, there are a few simple strategies that take it to the next level. The first is honey. Not the cheap processed kind that sits on supermarket shelves, but raw, pure honey. Just a spoonful before bed, paired with your clove ritual, delivers a mineral called boron. And boron has been shown to support testosterone production and help balance blood sugar. Two things that quietly control whether your hormones work for you or against you. The second is movement, but don't overthink it. You don't need the gym, you don't need a marathon. Just a 10-minute walk right after your morning clove ritual. Think of it like opening the floodgates. Eugenol has already expanded your vessels, and that short walk pushes the fresh blood to every corner of your body, charging your cells like batteries. The third is breathing. While you're chewing the cloves, practice what's called box breathing. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 2, exhale through your mouth for 6. This tiny exercise calms your nervous system, lowers cortisol, and primes your body to actually use the compounds in clove more effectively. It's simple, but it's transformative. And here's one more tip: choose quality. If your cloves don't have that strong, warm aroma, they've lost their power. Always go for fresh organic if possible. Your body deserves the best fuel you can give it. Now imagine this: one clove, 1 spoon of honey, a short walk, a few deep breaths, less than 15 minutes of your day, yet the impact on your energy, your confidence, your vitality could be life-changing. But let me leave you with this. These strategies are powerful because they reconnect you to your own biology. And the final step, the one most men overlook, is not just about blood flow or hormones, it's about identity. Because when you feel strong again, you show up differently in every area of life. And that's exactly what we'll close with. So let's pull this together. We uncovered the real reason vitality fades after 60, not age itself, but blood vessels hardening and hormones slipping away. We revealed the hidden power of clove, a spice once used by warriors and now proven by science. You learned the 60-second ritual that reawakens circulation, what to expect in the first 7, 14, and 30 days, and how to amplify it with simple daily habits like honey walking and deep breathing. The truth is, none of these steps are complicated. They're natural, they're affordable, and they're yours to control. And when combined, they create more than better sleep or stronger blood flow. They spark the return of confidence, energy, and presence in your life. Now comes the most important part: not just knowing these steps, but deciding to act on them. Let's take a moment to pull everything together. We uncovered the hidden reason men lose vitality after 60. It's not age, it's not bad luck. It's the tiny vessels in your body narrowing strand by strand while stress hormones tear down the balance you need to feel alive. We named the enemy inflammation, cortisol circulation, slowly grinding to a halt. And the good news, every one of those things can be reversed. Then we brought out the secret weapon, clove, a spice so small it hides in the corner of your kitchen, yet so powerful it was once used by warriors before battle. Now modern science confirms what tradition knew all along: eugenol, to open your vessels, beta-caryophyllin, to calm your mind and lower cortisol, the perfect combination to wake your body back up. You learned the 60-second ritual: 2 or 3 cloves cracked and held between your teeth, the oil soaking straight into your bloodstream. Just 1 minute a day, no pills, no prescriptions, no waiting rooms. And you saw what happens next: 7 days of subtle energy, 14 days of clarity and drive, 30 days of real lasting transformation. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about reclaiming the vitality that was always yours. And we didn't stop at the ritual. We layered in the booster's raw honey with its boron for testosterone support, a short morning walk to push fresh blood through your system, and deep breathing to quiet stress and let your body fully use the compounds in clove. Simple steps, nothing expensive, nothing complicated. Yet when you stack them, they create a ripple effect that changes not just your circulation, but your confidence, your presence, your whole outlook on life. Now let me speak to you directly. Right now, you're standing at a crossroads. One path is the same routine that left you tired, disconnected, and quietly wondering if your best days are behind you. The other path is new but simple. It asks only for 1 minute, 1 spice, 1 decision. And on that path lies better sleep, stronger circulation, balanced hormones, and the return of a confidence you thought you had lost. Which path you take, that's entirely up to you. But here's what I know. The men who decide, the men who act, the men who give themselves permission to try, they're the ones who send me messages weeks later saying, Doc, I feel like I've been given back 10 years of my life. And there's no reason the next message can't come from you. I want to make this easier for you. Save this video so you can return to it whenever you need a reminder. Subscribe to the channel and tap the notification bell because every week I'll bring you new medical insights, natural strategies, and science-backed solutions designed specifically for men over 60. Knowledge is power, but only if you stay connected. And here's my final encouragement. Don't ever see yourself as broken. Don't ever let the number 60 or 70 or even 80 trick you into believing it's over. Age is not the end. Age is an invitation to live smarter, to use the wisdom you've earned, and to fight back with tools that finally work with your body, not against it. So here's your reminder. Your strength isn't gone. It's waiting for you to claim it with one simple step. 1 minute, 1 clove, 1 choice. That's all it takes to light the spark again. I'm Dr. Edward Blake, and I want to thank you for spending your time with me today. Share this with another man who needs it. Take action tonight, and welcome back to the strength that was always yours.